Yes, I got my sweet little gadgets still, I know, and simply almost got 15 million words, and someone just made it to 10 million not too long ago, and this person probably will catch up truly soon, guys. Anyways, well, hello guys, this is me, Christian again, and today's video, I bet you could already guarantee what is going to be planned out now based off of the title of the video, guys. So we did it! We made it to 2 years of playing this game for real, guys. I know. Don't count the idea of my first video being was of August 8th of 2023 when I did my first one. I think that one was me testing word rain, which believe me, I know now, guys. But yes, it was as of April 27th, 2023 is when I started officially playing this game. And before we get into the parts of the long but short, if any of you guys are new to the channels or have had your accounts for a while, maybe consider subscribing to my channel, for that will help a lot. Now, anyways, guys, as you maybe didn't know, I did attend another Special Olympics dance yesterday night, and I bet we all could guess how that went, like the usuals, guys. But really now, I just can't believe the results. I mean, I was planning on making this, like when I started the video, I was hoping I would have had 15 million words by now, but nope. I guess we'll wait until, like, in the future, guys. What? And that probably might not be guaranteed until either the 30th or the first day of May. I mean the 30th of April. So yeah, I was planning on making it to 15 into 16 million words way sooner. But if it had been for me getting busy with my life lately and procrastinating with distractions and whatever not, I would easily be able to be close. I would probably even have 16 million by now, yes. Which, yes, it's still way too much words within the past year. I was always expecting to get around another 3 million to make 6 million words by April 27th, currently mainly because of, well, let's see. I hit 3 million last year, so it should have been another 3 million, right? But as you can tell, I got way more than expected sooner, thanks to the random people I played with, and some of them quitting the game and donating me words, which that was a nice gesture. Yeah, nice and thoughtful gesture, my bad. And I will always be thankful because of that. So as you can tell, within the last year, we gained almost 12 million more than we were meant to. About 9 million more words than I predicted it was going to be, guys. I know, crazy, right? It just feels like each year, the more I keep playing this game, the more interested I'm going to be. Even though it's nothing fancy about this game, really. It's just mostly about socializing and collecting a numbered amount of words, all the basics. But since I like numbers, this was a perfect game for me somehow. I wasn't too interested in this game at first when I looked into it. So the story part was I was actually trying to look for the game that had the no Roblox filters, because there was a game about that. Like, there was a game that was similar, but I can't remember what the game is actually called. But yeah, the Roblox filters are so annoying. They were so annoying to deal back. Well, they were so annoying to deal with as of been back 2 years ago, and still is now as of today. Ha! But I did stumble upon this game and thought to give it a try. And then when I looked into it, it was nothing like what I was looking for. But hey, it was full of numbers. And then I thought after the first 30 minutes of playing this game, I was like, since I was going to sleep soon, I was going to end up leaving the game, then coming back the next day. And then I was having to see this leaderboard here, which you're seeing right now as like my little screenshot. Yep, which is why you don't see any movement or anything like that. And yep, expect the part. This is going to be the boring part for the next probably 15-20 minutes of this video. Oh well. But if you guys love listening to my voice or the stories, I really love creating and making in my day-to-day life, because we all gotta have a starter somewhere within the journey of our lifetime, right, guys? And I really love this part generously a lot. And this is, it might not be interesting to some of you guys, but to me, this seems a whole too much interesting for me to say to you guys. There's been numerous stories, and we all got stories to tell. Don't try to deny that you haven't had a story in your life you had to share and explain. Some of us undershare, which we might need to share more often, and I get some of us overshare, which then we need to like tone that down. I try not to overshare too much, but sometimes it's difficult, especially in adult life. And yes, there's been numerous stories where I've noticed that, well, I've heard in my life, and not gonna lie, weren't quite as interesting. But some are way more interesting than others, and I personally think me telling you guys feels a bit interesting. And it might be interesting to some of you guys too. But yes, so at the time, the first place leaderboard guy had 1.2 million when I started playing the game, and the word yes. So the guy was named Homage for Caleb, and trust me, the guy, yeah, trust me, guys. Trust me, for a guy that is good at memorizing numbers very well, also memorizes certain specific dates to certain memories too, guys. So yeah, I remember who was exactly on the number one leaderboard at the time before I Dash Bilson came along and took over, and that was a whole bunch to get through the next like 9 months. Just as I thought I was making an effort to get a number one, tried to make an effort, yes, I realized this part was not going to be very easy. But before he got the number one leaderboard, I was suddenly interested back then and thought to myself, this looks a bit easy to get on the leaderboard. At the time, in the top 50, there had been someone had less than 200,000 words. So yeah, I was like, why not, right? Only back then, I wasn't grinding so often, so I didn't get 200K very easily like I kind of do now. But even after someone took the league after 3.1 million words for a while, I was like even more determined then after, because after like 4 or 5 months of me playing the game, and then by then, I remembered I had around 700 to 800K words. I think that's when my obsession kind of started. And since I was already on the leaderboard after July 8th, 2023, please don't question me on this, guys. I'm pretty good at memorizing certain numbers and certain specific dates perfectly. Just, yeah. I made it my mission to climb to as much as the top leaderboards, even though I knew it wasn't good. Even though I knew it was going to be specifically tough, since some people were not going to let me pass them very easily, and there were quite a few people that put on a good fight, or making sure that they stayed ahead of me, but most of them didn't survive for too long, and that just proves that they weren't as determined as I was. They probably thought that the game was getting a bit boring for them, which I don't blame them. But for either way, though, that was just some more easy leagues for me to climb, which I eventually surpassed them on the leaderboard. And then by September, I made it to the top 10. And then by October, I was then at the top 5. And then as of Yes, and this was 20, and this is as of 2023 still. And then by December of 2023, I made it to the top three. Yes, you heard me right. The top three. And it took a lot of months. It was challenging considering others were catching up. That it was mostly solid until some point during January. Suddenly someone got ahead of me, so that I was fourth again. Then in February, I skipped a couple leagues, got second place, then third place temporary. Like second place temporary, then I got third, and then I got second again, and then third. So it was just twice before getting third place again, right? It happened twice throughout February, basically. And because I had a lot of videos I had to upload back then, last April for you guys, right? Yeah. Um, which I started coming back to it to do for a bit. So I haven't been uploading like as much videos as often anymore, based off of the recent you've guys been noticing as much as I did before, but like last April though, yeah, because there was a lot of videos I did back then. Yeah, seriously, it was a lot, and that's how we ended up around April. We did get fourth place, and it's like then after some time, because I was continuing with more videos throughout May and June, and even partway into July. I mean, I will always keep making videos for you guys. I like doing this also. YouTube stuff, right? Like I do a lot of YouTube content creating. After all, it's been my go-to shot for lots of years. I know I'll never be famous, but hey, there's a good reason. Like the more popular you are, the more likely you are to be tracked. Like more of your personal information might be given out by accident, followed by people doxing, which is for just not good, illegal in fact. But yeah, and that's if you're more popular. But if you're not as famous, though, most of that, well, I would say part of it is hidden because people don't tend to notice the channel so much, and because like there's infinity channels, I understand why you can't get to my channel so easily. But for the remaining people, good, I guess. But yes, just cause we're not so, just cause I'm not so famous doesn't mean like the videos are hidden, because a lot of the videos I have are on public. Yeah. Oh wait, maybe a few are private. Yeah, for certain reasons. Yeah. But anyways, where was I? Yeah. So 2 months. So I ended up taking a 2 month break of the game after that, cause a lot. Yeah, because of a lot of things. Yes, as I explained already. And chances are it probably will happen again in the future, guys, most likely. So there'll probably be a moment where there will probably be a lot going on, not just with video making, but a lot of life too, where I might end up having a longer break. By far, this was the longest 2 months. By the way, after between April to June of 2024, yeah, that was the longest time I've gone without playing this exact game you're seeing right now. And, well, I already showed you what the game is, so I think you're already pretty familiar with what it could be. But yes, this will add on to being more of a complicated part to the story, but I don't plan on making that happen after explaining most of what I just said here, guys. But because of this early July, I was settling now. I was suddenly now fifth place, and then I was like, no more breaks. This is my moment to strike. It was summertime of 2024. So I suddenly at that moment, so I started and went in. climbed up league after league, grind up more words, more than I ever did before. And I think this was part of my everyday journey after that process. So then I got fourth, then I got third place. Back as you saw my previous video from last year of passing Dash Bilson. And then I finally got second place on July 28th. Officially, this. And then before the donation came in, I finally passed the number one guy person at the time, as you might have also seen who it might have been, as I showed in my previous video, at the very end of July, July 31st. Ever since then, I've been first place. And this is now soon about to come into the 9th month. Really for real. I think you guys are starting to catch up to speed by now. This is pretty obvious. By September 27, 2024, almost a year and a half, exactly, what to be exact, that's when I hit 10 million words. And I was so happy that I actually achieved that for the first time. Also me getting first place too, ever in the world. Yeah, first place too, ever. So, yeah, for the first time ever in the world, yeah. So for something so basic. And I hope to plan at some point in the future, whenever that will be, guys, to hit 20 million words. That's right, guys. When I hit 20 million words, I'll do another video saying that I just hit 20 million. Just like that, guys. But that time has not happened. But when it does happen, it'll be rightfully claimed that it did happen at some point, guys. And a lot more things could happen in the future, guys. Like, for example, I have a crazy feeling that someone eventually will pass me, or some buddies. Therefore, making me finally lose the league. Even though it's been many months, I've been first. It's been a little exhausting, not gonna lie. But at the same time, I like defending my precision. It makes it all the challenging for the rest of the people. And it's still fun being number one for now. But I can't really predict what the future is going to be. So a lot of things could happen real quickly that I expect to be done. And yes, I remember at the time when they had the Roblox music that was associated with last words when I started playing the game, but got rid of it. I think 2 months after I started playing the game as well, guys. Yeah. So I can't believe this. April 27th, 2023. Then we got April 27th, 2024 that went by. And now we're on to April 27th, 2025 as of today, guys. That's actually insane. We made it as of today 2 years of our sweet, sweet anniversary of playing this game. This is by far almost the longest game I've played in Roblox, other besides the other game being Color Block, which I've played, still Roblox, in 2021. I can't remember which day though, but it was early 2021, like February or something, but kind of gave up after April 16th, 2023. Right before I started, this was actually almost 2 weeks before I started playing this exact game here. I mean, don't get me wrong, I play it now again and again once in a while, but not too often. So that's why I'm basically saying I kind of gave up on the game. Back then, I ended up grinding all the way to about over 4,000 wins and managed to gain up to the top 60. Yeah, in that leaderboard. So I would be saying more if I could top up the story more perfectly together, but since I'm not able to remember all the details, considering, 2 years ago now, lol. this is all you're getting for now. If I do have something to say to you guys, I will put it in the descriptions below if I think about it, of course, guys. And I've realized over the course of time that there is going to be some people that are going to love me or in the game or hate me in the game, but it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter if I have a lot of people that really hate me or a few people. All the haters gotta go to yep, they're gonna be straight up dust eventually. I'm going to keep continuing to push for this game and continuously grind daily. And that's what I started doing after 2024 clearly hit. So that's why I keep saying to myself and to you guys, don't give up and keep trying. And especially, if you guys especially come and play this game, Last Words in Roblox, I'm sure if you're interested in numbers, you'll love grinding words and to get hooked up in the game, to be interested in grinding words daily just like me, and maybe one day get ahead of me. Not likely will that matter. I mean, I like being competitive, but not too competitive to the point where my ego's too high. So I'm like, we all have about the same chances here. So we got more time than others and determination. I like to try to keep things into moderation. I just hope for the best that someone's able to catch up to me. And we'll try to make this an even match if possible. But so far, I've been still making it tricky for now. Anyways, I got nothing else more to say about this video. As usual, hope you guys enjoyed this video to the best of your guys' abilities. At least it's not one of those entrepreneur level things, but rather just a simple basic game about mostly socializing. And I really enjoy this game because of the numbers and stuff. Anyways, take care, guys. And yeah, Christian signing off. Bye-bye, guys. For real, yeah.